Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love, Season 10, Episode 9, Tommy's Getaway. I don't think they ever change the name when it's Tommy's Getaway. Like, they just call it Tommy's Getaway no matter the season. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's definitely get into it. Before we do, just a few seconds for some church announcements. If you have not seen my community tab, check it out. I spent this weekend with fellow YouTubers, my girls, Nita the Diva and Miss Kira Speaks. Some of you are familiar with their channels. If you're not, please subscribe. I will drop the links to their channels in my description. Be sure to like the picture that I put in my community tab of A Time Was Had. Okay. I love my YouTube community. We're a community, that includes all of y'all. We community on and off YouTube. Okay. Now let's get into it. And don't if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe. It matters. Watch the video all the way on through. It puts me in the algorithm. It counts. And it's free. So why not? Okay, so anyway. I had to watch this episode like twice. I fell asleep the first time. It wasn't like the worst thing I've ever seen, but it wasn't holding my interest. I kind of just want to get to the reunion, but that's neither here nor there. The men gather in the vault, and Tommy shares that it's time for the getaway. But the way he's explaining it, he's acting like he did something he ain't never done before. Like this is some newfound thing they just implemented on the show. I'm like, okay, it's the annual getaway we have every season. But I know some of the cast claim they never heard of or watched the show ever in life. So, you know. So the remaining cast gathers. And they actually get on a sprinter or it look like a little shuttle. They going somewhere outside of Philly, honey. That don't look like that was in the trenches. You hear me? They was going somewhere and a nice home for the weekend. They got a nice Airbnb. They were fighting over rooms when they got there. Why? I don't know, because from what I could see, every room looked the same. Every room had 2 full-size beds. It's nothing to fight about. Nothing at all. That fighting over room things are so tired. Like, let's leave that back in 2010, please. But anyway, we don't got to worry about who's riding with who. Nobody got to go pick Cisco up. They've made accommodations. On the shuttle, everybody's kind of sitting with their main connections. So, was to be expected. Sahara wants Cam to choose her. He basically told her he liked to be chased. He liked when she all up on him. I don't like it. I don't like this conversation. I don't like when you the man, you're supposed to be doing the chasing and all this. I like when you're all up on me and no, and Sahara don't like it either. I could tell. Now, Kiera was setting clear boundaries with Jay. Did he follow them later? Absolutely not. But right now, while they sitting here on this little shuttle, she's telling him, do not embarrass me. Don't overstep the line with nobody. And I was thinking, at the time, I'm like, I don't even know why this has to be said because y'all ain't talking to nobody else. But little did I know. But we'll get there. The ladies, like I said, they ran around and found the room. They said she got the best room. Again, her room looked like everybody else's to me. So, we saw a little short clip of Rose saying, like, which one of you strong men is going to lift my heavy suitcase? And Cam and Hussein did rock, paper, scissors over there. And there's like playful banter. And Cam went and took Rose's bag to her room. And Sahara, she noticed everything, okay? Because it'd be all over her face. Her face cannot hide it. And she ain't like that. She like, okay, well, since you got 3 connections in here, which I just do not understand how he came up with 3 connections. I would have never guessed he would have 3 connections by this point. I would have thought that him and Sahara would have been like Kiera and Jay, like they only talking to each other, because where did these people come from? Now maybe Rose, but then when did Angie really get in a mix like that? But we here now. And Sarah, like, I ain't gonna be the only one. I'm about to go I'm gonna make me a connection. I don't care if I gotta make something out of nothing. Okay, I'm gonna make it happen. So she go up on Jay, and it's given friendship, but it also reminds me why I really am not friends with men. Like, not like that. Like, we could be cool, but I ain't really like calling you my friend. Like, I really trust you as a friend, because these men will sit up here and be like, oh yeah, you just my friend. Like, hey sis, and all this nonsense. Give them the opportunity and they will try it. Okay. They will try to get intimate with you. They will try to date you. I've had men that I thought were really my friends who I confided in, who later confessed like how much in love with me they were. And it's just like, it just don't. Mm-mm. And that's what this is giving. Jay just like, oh, that's like my friend, that's my homie. But then y'all rubbing in front of everybody, mind you. Like, they weren't off to the side and excluded everybody, including the cameras and everybody in the house, could see they rubbing each other down. He like got his hand wrapped around her neck and she moaning and groaning. So I'm like, ooh, right there, that's the spot. What? Very inappropriate. Now, mind you, none of these people are locked down with anybody. Nobody's in a relationship here. No one's married. But it's like, you and Kiera did just have the conversation. I would have thought there would be some more respect. Like, she was rubbing his leg, his inner thigh. Their legs was intertwined and wrapped around each other. I mean, it got real intimate. Everybody was like, where did this come from? Like, I don't even know where this came from. I never even seen those two talk. So yeah, it's giving force a little bit. But Cam, he was getting above himself because he like, look, I ain't worried about Sahara. I told her she could go talk to somebody because I don't really have no competition. Like, nobody else really want her like that, and I know she'll be back, so I ain't got to worry about it. Like, okay, you acting real cute, ain't you? Let's not do that though. Okay. I feel like they should get to when they get to the bridge, Sahara should just tell him no, because he just act like he just got it like that. Like, I don't like that. But then again, he's saying this in the confessional. She don't know that he's saying it, but I don't like that. Now, I wrote it wasn't long ago when he had no connections. When Deanna was playing him to the left. Jay and Sahara, they were doing too much. They were doing too much though. And I'm just like, what kind of friendship is this? So Rose is in the room with Cam. I don't know who's rooming with who. I don't know. Besides a few people they told us. I wish we knew like who everybody was rooming with, so there'd be no confusion. But she told Cam she got him 3 shirts from Target. And all I can think is why? For what? Why did you do that? Why? What was the reason? I didn't see him do any kind gestures or go out his way or go above and beyond for you. I haven't seen anyone do that actually. So why are we going to run into the store and buy his t-shirts? But, and it's just, I don't know. This gesture, I mean, cool, nice, but it's just giving that you just want to be picked by any means. Like, let me put myself out there and show how great I am so I can get picked. He said last week with his friend that he don't really like a woman taking care of him. He don't like that. So why would you go and do this? Like, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't think any of these men really deserve this. So we see some of the guys, just little scenes. We see them playing football and they had their shirts off. And I'm like, okay, what a couple of them, the bodies is giving what it's supposed to give. Okay. And then we see Cisco sleeping. And I'm like, this is probably the best sleep Cisco's had in years. Okay. He's sleeping everywhere. Now, Angie, she finds Cam. And so she's like, well, let's catch up. Like, are you mad at me? What's going on? You seem a little off. And, oh, wait, that was later on. I done jumped ahead, child. Let me bring it back. I'm trying to get to my dad's birthday dinner. So if I miss something, drop it down in the comments. But anyway, this is where Sark caused the issue. Angie was in the kitchen. Everybody was kind of talking, it was like open discussion. And they were talking about the difference between spicy and toxic. And Hussein explained the difference. It ain't that much of a difference. I feel like you start off spicy and it can get toxic. Now, bottom line is Angie admitted to busting windows out somebody's car. Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan. And she also said, like, she matches energy. You do something to her, she going to get her lick back. Okay? Made it very clear. I'm going to get my get back. Okay? I've never, even when I was younger, even when I was a teenager, at no point in life actually have I ever understood the point of slashing tires, busting windows out of cars. Like, I never understood the point of committing that crime. It does nothing for me. Like, I don't feel better. Like, I don't feel satisfied after I vandalized your property. The window didn't do nothing to me. That ain't gonna make me feel better. You did something to me. So me doing something to your item or whatever, some physical object that can get fixed and replaced, that's not doing nothing for me. The best way you can get your lick back is to leave somebody alone. That's the best way you can. Leave them alone. Pay them dust. That will do more than all of that overreacting and all that stuff. You want to get somebody back, just don't even pay them no mind. Act like they don't even exist. That's how you really get them back. But Angie, how long ago was this? Because you said it was years ago, but how many years ago are we talking about? So Rose is telling Hussein, like, look, she cut people off after three strikes you out, okay? And Hussein said, look, you one and done with me. You ain't even getting 3 strikes. You get the first strike and you out of here. But after seeing his friends, I don't know how Rose ain't turned off. Like, I don't think he's looking for nothing serious. But then we get to Angie checking on Cam because she noticed the vibe was off, okay? After they had that conversation. I don't know what kind of reaction you thought you was gonna get, girl. Of course he was about to act like that. Like, come on now. All the men are immediately turned off after hearing that. So he explained his concerns with her matching negative energy, and she was like, that's not what I meant. Like, well, that's your definition of matching energy, not mine. Girl, hush. Ain't no other way to match energy. What are you talking about? Well, fine. If there's another way, to explain to me what other way you could possibly be talking about, because it's new. It's news to me. I'm unaware. Okay, break it down to me. But anyway, she feels like he's just trying to find a reason not to like her, and she may be right about that. I mean, I don't know. This reason is kind of valid, but I honestly just don't think he really likes any of his so-called connections like that. I really don't. I think he's just trying to stay in the game. He played the game and worked because he was almost out that dough. Okay, and now look, he's in the getaway. So he just playing the game. There's no money to be won at the end of this. Like, if y'all don't have no connections, y'all can go home. I mean, I know it's in the contract and they don't be wanting to let y'all leave, but y'all don't win anything. Like, you don't have to fight all hard to try to stay here. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the group plays Truth or Dare, the Jenga version. I just kind of wish they'd switch it up and play a little Uno or, something else. Just like with Love Island, like always playing ping pong. Like, can we get some new games, please? But, I mean, if you watched Ready to Love before, they do this every time they go to Getaway. So, this ain't nothing new. So, if you haven't, it's just like, oh, do a lap dance on your number one connection, kiss, whoever, like little stuff like that. Now, Tay did, when it came to the lap dance, she danced on Cisco, but obviously they're sharing, they said they're sharing around. So, Khalil knows that Tay's number one connection is Cisco. He knows that. And he don't really have no other connection. So that's going to keep that in mind for later. But, I mean, nothing else was really, going on like that. So later, Tay, she's trying to convince Cisco to go outside and get in the pool with everybody. She like, it's a no-sleep weekend. That ain't music to his ears. He been sleeping every time I turn around. First, he was always eating. Now he's trying to get comfortable. He's sleeping on the couch. He's sleeping on the bed. He's sleeping here, there, everywhere. Okay. How hard are those beds at that group home that you're living in? Anyway, and there's no shade to somebody who's living in a group home. I'm just curious. Okay, let me move on. So Rose is she's rooming with Hussein. Are the women not allowed to room with each other? Like, do you have to room with a man? Like, were you obligated? Like, you had to room with another man? Because I feel like if my connection ain't that strong, if I'm Rose, then I probably would have roomed with like Angie or something. Like, because I don't have unless I have a serious, strong connection, like you don't even got a question, then no. But that's just me. But she was saying something about, oh, if it gets cold at night or his bed's more comfortable, then I'll be over there. Girl, I hope stay in your own bed, please. But I have a feeling she might try to sneak over there at night, and I hate it for her. So Jay is trying to Netflix and chill with Kiera, but she ain't having it. She's shutting it down. She got her back turned to him, like she's hot. Okay. And they started arguing about, the situation from earlier with him being very boldly inappropriate in front of everybody. Like, at least you could be low. Like, you ain't have to be all loud and proud about it. But anyway, they arguing, and Kiera, why are you facing the wall? Like, she's arguing and yelling, but he's looking at her, and she got her back to him facing the wall. Like, that was such an odd argument. Like, why are you not talking to each other? I understand her frustration. I understand some people probably like, oh, she's overreacting. No, because I don't know what he's telling her outside of these cameras. Clearly, it was enough for her to think, like, even last week with a friend, he said, oh, we ain't locked in. Oh, we not, basically it sounded like y'all are a couple, y'all gonna walk away together. So what are you doing? But I just wanted her to turn around. I didn't like, it was just weird to watch. So in the morning, Deanna and Khalil chat, and it's giving straight up friendship and nothing more. Nothing more. Dee claims that, she's not masculine. Like, people be like, oh, you masculine, but she's like, I'm not masculine. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm not. Yes, yeah, a little bit. a little bit, sister. Okay, sister girl, just a smidge, just kind of give it, because with the job, and then she kind of like carries it outside of, because Khalil was like, what do you want a man to do for you? And she was like, just take out the trash and like fix paint. How often do you have to repaint your house? Let me know, like, how often does that need to happen? Like, it's not like every time I turn around, I gotta fix this paint. So if all you need a man to do is to take out the trash, and you really don't need no man to even do that, then you don't need no man. And I mean, I understand her, saying I don't need a man to do these things. Listen, if we're alone, most women gonna get it done. Like, if we're gonna get it done, but just because I can do it by myself, I don't want to. And that's the difference. No, thank you. Actually, I would love to have a man do those things. I can figure it out, but I'm not going to figure it out if you're there. You do it, man. Okay, listen. I'd be a gender role. I'd rather be. I'll do the soft stuff in the indoors in the kitchen. I don't even. Well, there are some things I don't know. Like, I don't know how to cut grass and stuff like that. But I don't want to do it. If I have a man around, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you just take out the trash, I got the rest. No, I don't. But side note, why is that wig playing peekaboo again? Like, okay, we were already tortured enough last week, and like I said, I guarantee that looked like a reunion hairstyle. We gonna have to see it for the 2 to 3 part reunion. I don't want to see it till then. Why is it peeking out and we getting confessionals with that? No, girl, what you need to do is dispute that charge that you made for that wig. Get your money back. And we don't want to see it ever again. The pixie cut fits. And I'm not saying you can't switch up your hair, because I switch my hair up all the time. It's just not that, though. Throw that one out. Anyway, so Jay been to Khalil about his situation with Sahara and the disagreement he had with Kiera. And I'm glad that Khalil held Jay accountable, because let's be very for real. If it was the other way around and she was doing all that, he would be having a fit. So let's not try to downplay this. It was inappropriate. Tommy arrives, and it's time for the fellas to deliberate. Basically, long story short, Deanna and Angie are in the bottom 2. We all probably saw that coming, because there's no shock here. I think Deanna's probably going to go home this time, and Angie probably the next time, because neither one of them have really any connections. But Angie seems a little more open to talking to people, and Deanna's just kind of closed off. Like, she's just here. Like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And that's it, and that's all. But next week we see a little clip of Jay in the bottom. I said, oh, Kiera is mad, honey. Okay, you got a lot of making up to do. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I'll be doing Love and Marriage Huntsville shortly. Be sure to like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.